Chapter-wise summary of the Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. Chapter 1, No One's Crazy. This chapter argues that there is no universally correct way to think about money, as people have unique experiences and priorities. It explains how people's unique experiences shape their beliefs and habits with money. Chapter 2, Luck and Risk. This chapter explains how luck plays a big role in financial success, and how people often confuse it with skill. It highlights the importance of understanding the difference between risk and uncertainty, and how to account for both in financial decision-making. Chapter 3, Never Enough. This chapter discusses how people's perception of enough changes over time and how people often compare themselves to others instead of setting their own financial goals. It emphasizes the importance of defining what enough means for you and being content with that. Chapter 4, Confounding Compounding. This chapter discusses how the power of compound interest can work for or against someone depending on their habits and decisions. It emphasizes the importance of avoiding debt and making investments that can grow over time. Chapter 5, Getting Wealthy versus Staying Wealthy. This chapter explains that getting wealthy and staying wealthy require different skills and habits. It highlights the importance of avoiding the temptation to spend more as income increases and making wise investment decisions. Chapter 6, Tails, You Win. This chapter emphasizes the importance of preparing for the worst-case scenario, as rare but extreme events can have a huge impact on someone's financial well-being. It explains how diversification and insurance can help mitigate the effects of these events. Chapter 7, Freedom. This chapter explains how people's definition of financial freedom varies and how it's important to figure out what it means for you. It highlights the importance of balancing spending and saving in order to achieve financial freedom. Chapter 8, Man and the Car Paradox. This chapter discusses how people often make financial decisions that prioritize status over happiness. It emphasizes the importance of being aware of your own priorities and values when making financial decisions. Chapter 9, Wealth is What You Don't See. This chapter explains how people often judge others based on what they can see, like material possessions and outward signs of wealth. It highlights the importance of recognizing the value of invisible things like good health, strong relationships, and the ability to pursue one's passions. Chapter 10, Save Money. This chapter emphasizes the importance of saving money, even if it means sacrificing short-term pleasures. It explains how compound interest and long-term thinking can help you achieve your financial goals. Overall, The Psychology of Money is an insightful book that explores the intersection of psychology and personal finance. It offers practical advice and a unique perspective on how people can approach money in a way that aligns with their personal values and goals. Chapter 11, Reasonable Greater than Rational. This chapter argues that being reasonable is more important than being rational when it comes to financial decision-making. It explains how emotions, biases, and heuristics can influence financial decisions, and how being aware of them can help people make better choices. Chapter 12, Surprise. This chapter explains how people often underestimate the likelihood and impact of unexpected events, leading to poor financial decisions. It highlights the importance of planning for contingencies and building an emergency fund. Chapter 13, Room for Error. This chapter discusses how people often make financial decisions based on best-case scenarios, without accounting for the possibility of errors or unexpected events. It emphasizes the importance of building room for error into financial decisions and avoiding decisions that have no room for error. Chapter 14, You'll Change. This chapter discusses how people's values, priorities, and goals change over time, and how this affects financial decision-making. It highlights the importance of being adaptable and flexible in financial decision-making and avoiding rigid plans. Chapter 15, Nothing's Free. This chapter discusses the hidden costs of financial products and services, and how people often underestimate the impact of fees and charges on their financial well-being. It emphasizes the importance of being aware of these costs and choosing financial products and services that minimize them. Chapter 16, You and Me. This chapter discusses how people's financial decisions can affect others, such as family members, friends, and future generations. It highlights the importance of considering the impact of financial decisions on others and making choices that benefit everyone involved. Chapter 17, Unseen Opportunity. This chapter discusses how people often overlook or dismiss opportunities that are not immediately apparent, leading to missed chances for financial success. It emphasizes the importance of being open to new opportunities and taking calculated risks. Chapter 18, Listen to Experts, but don't ignore history. This chapter discusses the limitations of financial experts and the importance of learning from history. It explains how historical events can provide valuable lessons for financial decision-making and how people can use this knowledge to make informed choices. Chapter 19, Beware of False Prophets. This chapter discusses the dangers of following financial gurus and experts blindly, without considering their motivations and biases. It emphasizes the importance of being skeptical and critical of financial advice and doing your own research. Chapter 20, The Seduction of Pessimism. This chapter discusses how people are often drawn to pessimistic narratives about the economy and financial markets, despite evidence to the contrary. It highlights the importance of avoiding pessimism and being optimistic about the future, while also being aware of potential risks and uncertainties. Overall, The Psychology of Money offers a unique and thought-provoking perspective on personal finance, highlighting the importance of understanding one's own values and priorities, being adaptable and flexible, and making informed decisions that align with long-term goals.